Hey guys, this is Patrick Cool Ace number one, Patrick, because I'm single, cool because I am. Single and free is the way to be. Lifestyles of a single guy. Thank you, subscribers and viewers, tuning into these videos. Ace Bachelor Cool. This video, 10 best travel tips. Philippines. I live full-time Philippines. I am currently back in the United States of America on a 2-week vacation. So when I go through this top 10 list, I'll tell you some stories here and there. So let's get started. I left my apartment in the Philippines. I caught a tricycle to SM City Clark Mall in Angeles City. And I bought a ticket, couple hundred pesos, for a Genesis bus. And the Genesis bus takes me from Angeles City to Manila. It's about a 90-minute bus ride, depending on traffic. Once I got to Manila, the biggest thing is you got to make sure which terminal to get dropped off at. Terminal number 321. So be aware of all that. Don't pack stuff to get confiscated. Now, when I travel, I just have a backpack. I do not like to check in bags. It's just an extra step. It could take longer. You could be backed up a little bit, baggage claim. I'd rather get straight through immigration, security, and on my way. So I just have a big backpack. Now, I'm sure you can take two. You can have a backpack and maybe another bag. So probably minimum of 2 items where you can bring onto the airplane with you, personally. But I had a bottle of water. It was over 6 inches tall. And I also had some deodorant spray. These things got confiscated. So the airport will confiscate sprays, anything flammable, liquids. So be leery of that, guys. They will pull you aside or put your bag down another slot where it gets extra attention. They're going to pull you aside and you're going to have to go through what are they going to find in your bag that needs to be confiscated that they saw on the x-ray machine. So just like I said, if you want to get through the airports quickly, have all that stuff straight before you get to the airport and check in your bags. Yeah, don't check in bags if you don't have to. Just make things faster. Expedite quickly. Go, go, go. It's bad enough. You know, it could be a headache and stressful traveling international. You got to go through airports, different stops, layovers. You're going to have to go through security, immigration. You want to make things easier for you while traveling. All right, so I departed Manila on my way to Incheon International Airport, South Korea. So I made it through there and then on to Seattle. Now what's interesting, Seattle, they pulled me aside and they said your U.S. passport is not signed. So you guys, I checked my passport. I got my passport in 2022 and it's good for 10 years, 2032. But I've been to other countries like Thailand, and I was in South Korea in September of 2022. So I've actually kind of made it in and out of other countries without them noticing that my U.S. passport was never signed. But I got stopped in Seattle. Make sure your passport's signed. All right, if you get to the country of the Philippines, you can only stay there 30 days on a tourist visa. If you're going to stay longer, you have to extend. It's about 1,200 pesos per month. Right now, the currency is 58 pesos per $1 US. But you want to go to a travel office, immigration office, and get your visa extended. You don't want to get in trouble with overstay and start paying fines or penalties or get in trouble or go down that road. So be leery of the dates on how long you can stay legally. All right, if you're in the Philippines, make sure you either have an unlocked phone that's good for international, or you can buy a Filipino phone. You're going to have to get a SIM card, and you're going to have to register the SIM card. So that could take a couple days. You know, if you want connected for communication, that's one of the first things people do when they get to the Philippines. You gotta be able to connect. All right, when traveling, I like to get a window seat, but watch what you eat before you get on the airplane and find your seat and things like that. Make sure you don't have to go to the restroom. So if you're going to drink a lot of water or coffee or alcohol beverages before you hop on the flight, make sure you go to the restroom before you even board the airplane. Don't get diarrhea. In the Philippines, you've heard of don't drink the water, don't eat the ice, don't order salads. They rinse the salad and vegetables under sink water, and that might not be good. I would watch eating tomatoes, mayonnaise, any type of oils or vinegars on your meals. Anything that's going to be sliding through your system, if you know what I mean. You want to be comfortable on your flight, especially, you know, from Manila to Seattle. It's an 11-hour flight. And now on my way back, it's going to be about a 13-hour flight. But you don't want to interrupt other passengers and have to go to the restroom. You know, on an airplane flight, it seems like there's always 2 or 3 people waiting in line in the back of the plane for the restroom. And you don't want to get yourself caught up in that if you need to go really bad. You know what I mean? That's not fun. Transportation. So I told you I already caught a tricycle, a bus. When I got to Seattle, I had a layover and I caught an airplane, Seattle, Spokane. And then I had a daughter pick me up at the airport in Spokane. Make sure, you know, you have your transportation all lined up. If you're staying at a hotel, find out if they have a service that can pick you up. Make sure your times are all right. But the last thing you want to do is hang out waiting for transportation after you're getting off a 11-hour flight. You probably just want to go and get to your final destination. Exchanging money. International travel. Make sure you have debit cards, credit cards, cash. You know, I just traveled from the Philippines back to the United States of America, and now I have to reverse that, and I'm going back to the Philippines here any day. But you got to make sure, you know, if I have US dollars on me now after spending 2 weeks here, and now I got to go back to the Philippines, I have to make sure I have pesos. When I get off the airplane and walk out the airport in the Philippines, I want to make sure I have enough pesos on me for a taxi, a Grab, or a bus to get me back to my final transportation. So make sure your money's all good. Now, when I go back to the Philippines, I'm going to fly out of Los Angeles. So it's going to be Los Angeles to Taipei, Taiwan, layover, and then on to Manila, Philippines. 24 to 48 hours, you still have to get online, get on your phone, and do the e-travel. You got to go to the website, and they're going to ask you basic information type questions. It can take 5 minutes. You want to do that before you're caught up in the airport and all that stuff. Have your QR code ready to go, screenshot or whatever. But the last thing you want to do is wait in a long line, finally get to the counter, and then the customer service representative is like, "Where's your e-travel? Where's your QR code?" And you're like, step out of the line, take care of it, get back in line. So you don't want to go through all that stuff. All right, guys, so that's about 9 good tips for travel. Number 10, make it happen. So I've lived full-time in the Philippines, on and off, about 2 years. I know I've had my apartment in Angeles City since May of 2022. So I've lived there for 2 years. I like to do domestic travel, and then once in a while, you know, you might have to do international travel. Like I said before, I've been to Thailand and South Korea. You know, in this case, I have an older daughter. She just graduated from a university, college. It's a big ceremony. It's a big spotlight in her career, in her life. It's a life happening, a life moment. And I am her father, and I should be there, which that's the whole reason why I came back to the USA. My ticket, I bought a one-way ticket for about 1,000 US dollars because I was coming back here, and I'm visiting family and siblings and my kids. So I didn't want to be crunched or stressed over, oh my gosh, I need to leave or I need to go back. So 1,000 US dollars for a one-way ticket from Manila to Seattle, Spokane area. And then I just bought another one-way ticket that costs 823 US dollars. It gets me Boise, LAX, and back to the Philippines. So probably around 2,000 US dollars one way each way, or probably round trip. There's always going to be people questioning what's the cheaper option. But that's what I did this time. So these are some travel tips. Now, another tip, you probably want to have a pen or a writing utensil on you. Some passengers have to fill out immigration documents, paperwork. You know, they pass that around to you depending on what's in your bags or what you have to do. But it's easier to have a pen on you versus trying to track down a pen. So that's another tip. But all right, guys, so I'm about to head back to the Philippines from America. And if I have anything exciting along the way, I will let you guys know. But make it happen. If you've never been to the Philippines, it's more fun in the Philippines. Go check it out. Lots to see and do. Tourist attractions. Get over there. Buy your ticket. Make it happen. All right, guys, this is Spatch Cool. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.